y'all, and as you see from today's title, your girl is going to be doing a get ready with me, but not a regular schmegular get ready with me. It is going to be a get ready with me while I spill out my deepest, darkest thoughts, because sometimes I do be having like things in my mind that I don't really talk about. So on this fine October 15th on a Tuesday, we are going to be chatting up about Saria's deepest, darkest thoughts that don't really come to the surface that often. So today I'm going to be doing my makeup routine, so you guys can also get the deets on that while I talk about things that come to my head, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. So I'm not necessarily going anywhere, but I am. And I'm doing my makeup without contacts in, guys, so I really can't see my face. So if I start to look crazy, listen, it wasn't me, it was the eyes. It was the lack of being able to see. So I have some topics that I wrote down just now. I have so many other unpopular opinions. So if you guys want more of these type of videos, then I will do them. But as far as today, this is what we're going to do. So the first thing, that's something that I really don't say out loud, is I think everyone in the world is pretty dumb, and it's getting dumber and dumber and dumber as time goes on. And I say that because there's kids having kids. Ever since COVID hit, this world has been flipped upside down. Like, it's always been upside down low-key, but it's really getting like flipped all the way upside down. People think that you can get around in this world just by being pretty, having a pretty face, and having a vagina. And then men, that they can get around this world even with cheating and infidelity and having babies on people, all because they have money. What happened to the Bible? Why is nobody like, why is that not on my timeline? Why do I have the timeline of all these people getting divorced and all of this stuff? Like, divorce shouldn't be this common. Divorce is so freaking common, and it just hurts my heart to see all of this stuff that people go through that 100% got themselves into. Okay, nobody did it to you, you did it to yourself. Now, we do have some disadvantages. Certain people have disadvantages due to like childhood or things that happen to them, because I strongly do believe we become how we are because of things that we learned and seen in our childhood, things that we even taught ourselves, because some people didn't have people to teach them in their childhood. So all of that does play a role, but you're not a victim to your life, okay? You can 100% change it and become better than you were supposed to be. Like someone who was born into like a drug selling family can choose to be a doctor and not fall into what they were seeing as a kid. Now, it might not be the easiest thing, but if someone wanted to, they could. And that's with anything, I believe, in my life. People are just really dumb, and it just starts to piss me off. Like, I've had my dumb phase, and I'm not saying I'm the smartest, okay? I too believe that I fall into that category. I don't know what I'm doing in this life, neither do you. We're rolling with the punches, and some people just make better decisions than other people. But I don't know, this is an opinion that I have, and I just think people should be honest with themselves and stop trying to be like the smartest thing on the world. Whenever you're a student, like, just stay a student your whole life. I promise you, it's better that way. Even if you know what somebody's talking about, let them yap it on out. Let them just talk it out, even though you know exactly what they're talking about. That is some law of power, 48 laws of power type thing. Like, you gotta just let people think that they know more than you, and that's how you play a smart game, okay? Stop trying to be like the number one. Like, all of that is just arrogant, and it doesn't really get you that far. Also, women wanting to have babies, women be wanting to have babies with these men's that already got 30 kids. If that's not dumb, I don't know what it is. And it's because everyone in the world, we're emotional beings. All we really care about is things that make us feel some type of way. Okay, and that's gonna roll me into the next thing. Nothing is ever that freaking serious, y'all. It's so many, not even so many for me, but there's friendships I wish I was friends with everyone that I ever stopped being friends with, unless they just was just not a good friend. Okay, that's serious. But people who I stopped being friends with just because, like, for example, my childhood best friend, that's some shit that was stupid, and I feel like nothing was really ever that deep to the point that you just completely cut off communications. Now, I feel like people do outgrow people in their lives and stuff like that, but I don't think that it calls for never talking again, you know, or having like beef, or it's not like normal to just reach out and say hey anymore. I do think that nothing's ever really that serious unless, like I said, someone is just being a terrible person, a terrible friend, and trying you. Then yeah, you don't talk to them anymore. But even then, these people are out here doing shit that's stupid, just like you would. Now, not everybody does the most evilest shit that some people be doing. Some people do some real evil shit. But, like I said, I don't think it's that serious. If you're trying to kill me, you're trying to dox me, you're trying to do X, Y, Z, it is that serious, or it is more serious, but nothing's really that serious. Like, you make things serious in your own head. If you be like, that person's crazy, I don't really care, and you just move on and you don't make a big deal out of it, then it's not that serious. Everything is as serious as you make it, is basically what I'm trying to say. Everything is as serious as you make it. So, okay. Next, that leads me into the next thing. Your life is literally created by you. Like, you make your life. Now, I talked a little bit about this in one of my previous vlogs, where I was saying, like, we have free will and we make our choices, and that's what gets us where we get. Like, if we end up in a bad place in life, it's probably because you made the most craziest decisions in your 20s, or as a child, preteen type things. That definitely plays a role in what your life looks like. Your belief systems, so basically your belief systems are built off of things that you've seen before. So you consistently validate yourself. So if you always felt like people reject you when you were a kid, which may be true, that becomes a part of your personality and something that you think is always going to happen to you. So even if someone isn't rejecting you, if they say one thing, like, oh, I'll get back to you later, you'll take that as a reject. Now, someone who is optimistic and who thinks that everyone wants them and everyone needs them in their life, if they hear that same sentence, they'll be like, okay, they're going to get back to me. And guess what? They get back to them. But that other person, since you believe that, you're not even going to be searching for them anymore. You're already going to be crying about it and just saying how, oh, nobody ever wants to be around me. Nobody ever wants to care about me. And then that literally becomes your actual reality, because that is what you spoke onto your life. And that is what you said, and that is what you believe, okay? So I think that we all are living a life and living the lives that we feel that we deserve. So if someone is consistently in, like, a DV relationship, and guys, don't shoot me, I do believe that that's something that person internally believes, okay? And if you don't get what I'm saying, then you don't get what I'm saying. But I know there's going to be thousands of people who get what I'm saying. You feel like this is where you should be. You feel like this person is not doing anything crazy, like this is normal, or I could see past it, or I can get over it. But it takes that happening over and over and over again. And it also takes you seeing other people's relationships, and even someone coming in and treating you nicer. That's when you finally decide and unbelieve that this is like normal and this is what is for my life. Even if you don't really think that's what you think, subconsciously you do. I think that same thing for people who stay with cheaters. You somewhere in your mind feel like you cannot find better. You feel like this person is still a good person, and you stay with them. It's a belief. People who things that don't serve them, they don't do it. So people who feel like the clubs for like useless people and low down people or whatever, they don't go to the club because that is their internal belief. That doesn't mean that it's true. That doesn't mean that the people at the club is useless, because obviously nobody's useless. That's just something that they have installed into their heads, and that's something that they don't do. Me, for example, I feel like I have to be better or try to be better than I was before to live a decent life, okay? So life is what you believe. That leads me into the next thing. I am the way I am because of my childhood. I am an overachiever. Anyone who's an overachiever, you're doing it for a reason. You're probably scared of failure typically. So you work extremely hard so that you don't experience failure. And it's just a trauma response. Same thing with people who don't work hard. They feel like, oh, it's not going to work anyway, so why even try? You know what I'm saying? So it's just two different beliefs. And again, what you believe is what your life be, or what your life will be. So yeah, I'm like this because I don't know, I just didn't feel supported as a child. And I don't want to say that I didn't have supportive parents, because I did. But when I say supported, I mean emotionally and mentally and about my well-being. So I went into survival mode at an early age. Like, oh, I need to make the most money that I can so that I can move out and get out of this place. That was my driving factor years before I even graduated high school. I want to say I really started to plan my exit in like 8th grade subconsciously. I didn't know that's what I was doing, but that's what it turned into. By 9th grade, I was like, yeah, so how do I get a job? How do I save money? I have a savings account. Okay, but let me put some money in there. And then 10th grade, I was on YouTube, started making money from YouTube, was working a job, was saving my money, got me my first car. Everything that I did was because I wanted to get away from my house. Okay, people are blowing me up. It's because I wanted to get away from my household. And I think that that's crazy, but also a blessing at the same time, also a curse at the same time, because it has came into my adult life. I've gotten to a point right now where I haven't been working nearly as hard as I have before, and it's showing up in my life. And that's because that's a belief that I have. I have a belief that I have to work hard to see results, to, you know, make more money, to live a good life, blah, 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 which is a belief that I am trying to change. And I just realized that today. I was like, that's something I don't want to keep believing and putting over my life, that I have to work super hard to make money. That's just not my goal in life. So that is something that I am actively trying to change about myself, because it's just not true. That's just not what I want to believe. And that's, again, not what I want for my life. I don't want to just bust my ass all my life, and then the moment I stop busting my butt, everything goes down, you know? It's not my goal. I'm not going to conceal my eyebrows today because I just kind of don't feel like it. But yeah, that is why I am the way I am, and I've hit a plateau kind of moment, and I am validating everything in my head. Like, things keep happening time after time. It's like low-key being stripped away from me. That's what I have been feeling, but I am getting out of that. That's not true. Nothing's being stripped away from me. I was just about to say, but I just need to work harder again. And that's just not true. I need to work smarter again. I need to do smart moves. I need to make smart moves that make sense, and things that I am able to sustain. That's something big for me, sustaining things. I've started and stopped so many things, and that's something that I really want to stop doing. I want to stop starting and stopping, starting and stopping, starting and stopping. I don't want to do that. Like, the next few things that I start bringing on, I want it to stay consistent. Like, I just hired a assistant, and I do want that to stay consistent. I want to continue to have a personal assistant up until whatever age. That's something that I want for myself, because it'll help me stay on track versus everything just being on me. The next business ventures that I get into, I want to stay with them. And in order to stay with them, whenever I'm feeling that rocky feeling of like I want to move on, I need to go delegate. I need to go and hire people to do the job for me, so that I can remove myself from the equation. Do y'all get what I'm saying? That's my new belief system. That's my new thought process that I've been working on for a few months now, and it's just really helpful. I don't know, like, you have to take risks. You have to invest in yourself and just do things. Like, I just got an editor. Even though I wasn't wanting to get one, or I wanted to continue to edit by myself, but I've realized that I really have moved past the editing my own videos era. Like, right now, I want to edit short form stuff and just master short form, so that I can eventually one day get an editor for short form content. Like, I don't know. Like, right now, I'm just trying to live a more smooth life and not just be so stuck and worried about things. I don't know. I just want to live a more of a soft girl life, which is the new terms for it, the internet terms for it. I don't live that soft because I'm always working and always busting my butt, which again, I do like to work, but I am really falling in love with like chilling and watching movies lately. Like shows and movies has really just been my cup of tea. That is one of my favorite things to do. So I want to get back into that and just make sure all my systems are in place. And when I'm feeling lazy, reach out for help. Help could be just different people. But right now, I have an editor. And we're going to see how good she's going. I haven't got a video back yet. This video may or may not be edited by her. If it is, hey, put it on the screen. Hey. But yeah, she just started editing today. But yeah, just working on systems and stuff. YouTube, I can really automate for real. Like as far as editing and stuff, I'll just do my thumbnails and film it, obviously. And then I'm gonna help me and my PA, we're gonna come up with like more content ideas, things to actually do for the channel, just to keep it growing, keep it flourishing. Because again, like I said, feel like I have hit a plateau, and it's because I have not been being consistent for one, and I haven't been like really trying anymore. It's really the best way to put it, honestly and truly. I haven't really been trying because I've been trying in other areas. So back on my YouTube, back on my short form. I don't know where my other lip pencil is, so I'm using my eyebrow pencil. I don't know how good this looks. But yeah, trying to make my way back into it. That is a deep, dark secret for real that I don't really talk about. Like, I might hint it in my videos, but that's the truth, guys. I feel like I have hit a plateau. I feel like I haven't been consistent. I feel as consistent as I want to be. I feel like I haven't been showing up. I feel like I haven't been showing face. I feel like I haven't been showing my personality. I haven't been on the gram, on TikTok, but I am obviously making my way back and just trying. So when I get the PA, well, I already have her, but we're gonna, when we get what we got going on situated, like bringing in more brand deals and stuff like that, we're gonna get into like trend discovery, things that she thinks that I should do on my page. And also when she learns me a little bit more. She doesn't really know me like that to be able like, oh, Saria, you would love to do this, you know? So, yeah. Next step, y'all. I don't mind having kids young. Oh my gosh, y'all, don't shoot me, please. I really don't mind having kids young. I do prefer having kids married, but the fact that I want to have kids young might contradict the fact that I want to have kids married. You know what I mean? Which it really doesn't have to, as long as you become on the same page with your partner or whoever, whatever. But I do want kids young. And young to me is before 25. I don't know, I just do. I've always wanted to be a mother my whole life, for real. Like, I've never been the one to be like, F them kids. No, it's never me. I always loved kids. I do have to hella siblings though, so that stint of seeing how kids really act was a big like, oh, I don't need them that soon. But now, I don't know. I just want like one kid or something like that. But I don't know. And another thing is, I feel like you can date for potential in your 20s. And when I say 20s, more so early 20s. Once you hit 25, it's really not time to be playing games anymore. And when I say potential, y'all, I'm not saying things that you made up in your head. I'm saying actual real life, they're showing growth type of potential. So like, oh, I think you'd be a good dad, that type of potential. Like, oh yeah, like obviously you don't know if they're gonna be a good dad or not, for real, but you can date for the potential of that. If they are showing you signs that they're becoming more in tune, let's say with your love language, and they didn't get it straight away, and the boy is like 20 or like 19, you can date for potential. I don't know, I just feel like that. But once you hit 25 and 30 and stuff like that, you're not dating no 30-year-old man hoping that he changes, or hoping that it's not even changing, hoping that he grows, because changing is a different thing. Potential is basically like a path that you assume that they're gonna go through. Not turning a cheater into a loyal man. That's crazy. But potential of someone who is like becoming more and more and more into X. If that makes any sense, y'all. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. But I personally do believe that, because people do grow. Men who are in their 40s are not the same as they were in their 20s. Some were, but you would know what type of man is going to be better in his 40s versus the one that's going to be the same. If this boy is a serial cheater, if this boy is a serial liar, he hasn't made any progress, he's most likely not going to be what you're assuming he will be. Now, someone who might have a few little hiccups, like, oh, I forgot to take out the trash, but I'm going to get better at it. And then in a year, the nigga takes the trash out and he might miss one day. That's potential. When he's 40, he's going to take the trash out like clockwork. Because he's been learning it like we're all learning every single day. Just like men. I feel like men can date women for their potential too at a young age. If she is trying to learn how to cook, if her meals are getting better and better and better, she's most likely going to be a good cook by the time she's 30 or 40. That's what I mean. So I do think that you can date for potential in your 20s. It is not going to kill you. It is not going to kill them. Now, that's only if they want to. Not everybody wants to become a better person. Woo! Okay. So yes, as far as my lip for today, look at you. The same lip I always be using or doing. This lip gloss has like a little pink tint to it, but it really smells so good. I don't know, girl. That ain't really that cute, but it's staying. And then for my hair, so I'm about to take a thumbnail picture. That's really what we're doing here. So I did want to do a quick little makeup or whatever. And then I can go out into the real world today as well. So I do have some things that I need to do on my to-do list. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think of my little thoughts that I have. Because I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't want you to agree with me if you don't want to. But that's like some of my little secrets and thoughts that I be thinking about. Right now I'm about to see what I need to do. So I'm about to take these thumbnail pictures and then post my vlog. I need to wash this wig as well. So I'm gonna take these pictures and then we're going to make the thumbnail and wash my wig. So let's go ahead and head over to the bathroom. So just gonna wipe this up and then take me some pictures with my tripod. Just to show the girls that you can do your own braids, okay? If you didn't know, I did these by myself. And you can too. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do your own hair, because you can. I gave you a little tutorial. I haven't done my own hair in years, and it came out really nice. But what I will say, it will take you all day. You will be doing your hair all day, if not 2 days straight. I did mine in 2 days. It took me like 10 or 11 hours in total, but I split it up into 2 days. I think I did 3 hours the first day, and then the next day was 7 hours. So, but it was also my first time doing boho, so that's why I really feel like it took that long. Cause I don't know nothing about putting no boho, but if it was regular braids, it probably would have took me about half of that time to do it. Parting, I feel like should be done on a different day. I don't know if I'll ever part and braid in the same day. I don't know. It really just depends on the style. I feel like parting could be done separately. And that was my first time ever parting my hair like that. I typically just start parting. Like, I'll go row by row, starting in the back. I'm not gonna OD. Well, I am going out today though, like outside to the real world. I was about to say I'm not gonna OD on my edges, but I am about to make them look a little better. I can't really see what I'm doing though, because I don't have no contacts in. I'm really just winging it right now. And let's do this side. Alright, as it's done, now I must take me some thumbnail pictures. But that is going to be the end of today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for this quick little get ready with me. Talk to you guys later.